And we are live. Back for more Supermarket Simulator here at Geek Variants every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Between noon and 1 Pacific Standard Time, we have more Supermarket Simulator with 6 inventory specialists, 2 cleaning ladies, 1 already on the job, 2 managers, 2 security guards, myself, and yours truly. And you may have noticed, once again, we are broke as a joke. $25.50 to our name to do inventory in this whole store. And the reason why, we finally got that upgrade we've been talking about. Voila! 2 new things of cat food, a thing of dog food, and the disinfecting wipes that is called Le Triangle. I don't know why, just is. But at the same time, we are finally set up for our next huge investment in the store. And while we are going to be taking a look at licenses, because we only have 5, count them, 5 licenses left, we're out of space in the store. So we need to start saving up, and we need to go ahead and try and get $40,000 together to get another store upgrade before we even worry about getting the next license. We have enough space in the storage room easily for the next upgrade or 2, but at the same moment in time, we probably should not go too crazy with it at this moment in time, as we need to save what we absolutely can, because we also had to take off 3 loans in order to cover what we have currently ongoing. So at this moment in time, we're just we're in a weird spot, folks. We're in a really, really weird spot. But hey, once we start paying off these loans, then we can start saving up, and we can do our best to ensure that we're going to be able to get everything handled as best as possible and get that store upgrade, because, you know, these books are wedged right here in this one space, and we don't really have that much space as far as aisles are. I broke the cleaning lady? No, I broke the cleaning lady, yep. I went and did her job, and somehow that broke her. Alright, I guess the AI just needed a second to figure out what the heck it was going on. But now that it's been fixed back up, or the UI, user interface, now that it's more... Now she's working again. We are good to go. Nothing too crazy going on. Looks like the store overall is in a pretty decent spot. What I need to do is take a look in the inventory, because I'm sure I probably skimped on a few items and managed to put ourselves in a rather interesting position to be in going into this episode. Because, like, look at that. Onions already out, and the day just started. So I'll add potatoes to that list. While we're thinking about it, we have sodas. We have orange juice, apple juice. We have all of our kinds of sushis. We have milk, our different versions and variations of candy, cereals, all that good stuff. So we're doing all right. We're going to try and keep that momentum up that we've had for the last couple episodes going, just so we can be back in a better position to succeed, as we need to ensure we are going to be providing the best quality content for you, because we always provide 3 in-game days, or in layman's terms, about 30 to 35 minutes worth of content for you, the viewer, to kick back, relax, and enjoy yourselves in, as we, you know, go ahead and see what kind of supermarket shenanigans we can get into within each episode. And if you've been around a while, you know the list is pretty extensive. There's been a lot of days where things have gone perfectly, and there's been just as many days where things have gone terribly. Ever since they added the fruits or vegetables to everything, we have been in a constant chase behind the 8 ball to get ourselves to be even remotely successful as a business, shooting, you know, at 100% level in terms of accuracy. There's that. There we go. That should be hopefully the last order for the day, as we are already... We blew through all 4 pieces of inventory pertaining to toilet paper, which doesn't really seem par for the course. I'm gonna be honest with you. It really seems like something that would happen probably day 2, maybe day 3. But hey, what do I know? Just been operating this for 109 episodes now? I think we're looking at 109. Which, you know, I didn't think this series would ever get past 30 episodes, but what do I know? What do I know? You guys came out, you enjoyed, you've loved the series, and thus far, it's been a honor and privilege to be able to make these episodes for you. So I actually do enjoy this game, as simple as it can be at times. There are some rather unique challenges, like currently, it's 5:30, things got dark. Because of muscle memory, I just know that ultimately we're going to end up in that point. But like to a new player, it would be something you're just like, huh, I didn't really have to think that, you know, inventory would have to be something as simple as trying to remember what time you can turn the lights on for. What am I out of? I was out of something when I walked in here. Huh, I guess not. Go ahead and turn on the lights. Maybe I'll help illuminate whatever potential mistakes I could have around the corner. As no matter what happens with the day, I'm going to be in a interesting position. We're going to pay off not one, but 2 loans early, which is very, very ill-advised to do this early on. I should have waited another day, but that's just the way it goes sometimes. It's not always going to be perfect. I just want to need to be able to save up $1,100 so I can pay the staff. So we'll hopefully need to be able to make another $600 within the next 2, maybe 3 hours of operation within the store. So keep an eye on that price point in the top right corner, right next to our store max level, and hopefully we will be able to say, well, you know, cover everybody and everything, because that's not even covering inventory, and I'm already out of items like kiwis. So that'll be interesting to see like what we have. And I think we're definitely going to hit it, so I should be fine to just go ahead and purchase this anyway. Just 1 box of kiwis should be enough to get us into the end of the day. And I'll go grab it and make sure that we have... Yeah, we got plenty here. We're loaded up on them. Yep, and then we got $1,200, so we're good to go. I thought that was going to be a little bit more of a cliffhanger type ending, but at the same time, I'm kind of happy it isn't. As much as I like creating those kinds of scenarios in certain moments, that one's just not it. That one... This one is like, I have no idea what happens if you're like unable to pay your staff. Do they just automatically quit? Are they terminated? Like, what is the protocol on it? What is the initiative? I've always played it so safe that I've never really taken the time to like figure out who, what, how, or why that could have like, you know, changed or been even just, you know, slightly different than what I had initially anticipated. And let's go ahead and just order 2 of those, because they're $8 a box for that type of cat food. So I might as well just load up on that item. Make sure we have ice cream in stock. Anytime it gets to single digits, I should just order more, just because that's something I don't really ever pay that much attention to, and it's always come back to bite me, say on, you know, day 2, day 3. Got 2 pineapples, 3 watermelons, another thing of kiwis, artichokes, grapefruit, clementine, and some melon. We'll grab 2 on the carrots, and then everything else is basically as it should be over in this particular section. Milk 6-pack. Need more of those. How are we doing on books? So I always ignore the books because I'm still getting used to the fact that the inventory space is like directly behind me. Run here. We're good there. I need an extra one of you. Toilet paper still rocking and rolling. How are we doing on salt and pepper? Need more of those. The pepper is $90. Salt's only 12, so I find that pretty interesting. That goes here. That's there. 2 on the potato bags because we need more of our potatoes in our life. Those are paid off. Did I pay the bills? Yeah, I did pay the bills to start the day. That is fantastic. Sometimes I forget to pay the bills in the game, and then I'm just sitting there like, get, you know, the doubled, tripled, quadrupled up on that one particular product, and it's like, yeah, that's gonna sting a bit. I just bought more boxes of this cheese because as I was running through the store, it's starting to look pretty thin as far as inventory is concerned. And there we go, much better, because I just need to buy the box to use that I replaced. Eat that into the street. Someone will go ahead and take care of that one. I need more of that. Mayonnaise and the sandwich bread. Mayonnaise and sandwich bread. The sandwich bread, we already gonna go through a full box there, and then let's grab mayonnaise as it's over here. And they're already aware of that, so I don't have to do anything too crazy. Sandwich bread, I'll just grab this full box, as I've already just bought a full box to replace this, as I just go ahead and get that stock back up. And it's going to be an odd number just because that's the way it goes. But now it looks far better for the inventory needs. There is 3 ladies just finishing shopping. She spent 156 bucks. Holy cow. I ended up with over 5 grand even after paying off those loans like shortly. This wasn't even going to be close. Another 170 right there. Whew. Things are really starting to come up aces for us. So that's, I can't be too upset with. Things are progressing nicely. Alright, how much more she's got? 113, very nice. Ended up with almost 6 grand extra, even though I was worried about just making that initial 1100. Still lost 1800 bucks though, just because of spending 30 plus thousand. See, 30, 33, and some more change. So, yeah, we spent a good chunk of cheddar. Everyone got paid. Everyone's happy. Get the store open up, and let's go adjust some prices and pay off. We'll pay part of a loan, I should say. Not pay off the loan. I don't have enough to pay off this bad boy yet because it is $47.50, and it's going to be 600 bucks per day just to get it back in a decent state. I went right past them, as you can see. We are looking for these red or green arrows here. This went down, so we'll make it $480 as our new price point, which is huge knockdown. That goes up. We'll just make it $960. I think that's more of a reasonable price. And this went down quite a bit, but somehow my price point was so low that even with it going down, $629, $620, I'm going to leave it. I don't really want to have to play any more adjustment pertaining to it, so we'll see what happens from there. Take our grapefruit and run that back in. You go right there. My goodness, couldn't even figure out where it was going to be for a second. My brain just half froze. Been playing so much Skyrim that now playing Supermarket Simulator seems like a foreign concept and like a foreign game all up in itself. I meant for the tablet, not the crate. And grab 4 things of pumpkins. There we go. Good here. Need more of you. They're not that expensive, so that's fine. Excuse me, everybody. I'm gonna go grab this and start putting these away. Right here, very nice. Excuse me, pardon me. Passing through this way. And then we have more cat food, also known as Pat Pat. I don't know why the brand was just, Pat Pat, but hey, is what it is. Psst, psst. But it also worked just nearly as well. You know, that noise that most people use to try and attract cats. I don't know how or why it works. It just does. It's very bizarre to see in only so many regards. But hey, if it works, can't really knock it, can you? Grab our maxi cone, which looks like mint chocolate chip. Bring you all the way over here. There we go. Everything else is still holding pretty good. And this cheese is already down to 1, so we'll just order 2 more of those. Okay, now I got 4 of them. Whoops. Should have waited till one of the inventory guys came back, but, that's just the way it goes. The more cheese you have, the better, especially when I have things sorted out as much as I do. Because I make sure the items take up as much space as possible so the inventory makes sense. Add 2 more zucchini. There we go. They still are going all the way up to the street, so I'll grab the artichoke and bring that back. This artichoke goes right over here, bottom left. For some reason I thought it was top left, but nope. Bottom left is the way forward to go. Got the comfy cheese. Bring you there. Now I got 4 boxes of that. That'll hold out for the rest of the episode. Now I don't got to think about it in any way, shape, or form. There's some Parmesan Reggiano. That goes right down there. Grab our zucchini. Goes all the way up here, top left, as I was staring at it just a bit earlier. Someone is attempting thievery. Calmly, I might add. Normally they're like trying to run around, but I guess that individual felt like they were pretty secure with their theft and would have been able to get away with it. Clearly, not the case. Grab some more Parmigiano Reggiano. Goes right over here. There we go. Excuse me, gentlemen. Just walking right on through here as we grab some more pumpkins. There we go. And the reason I'm loading up on pumpkins is that you only get 2 per box, and that fills up an entire row. I think pumpkins is still the biggest ripoff the game has ever had. I understand the size of the product, but even pineapples, you get usually 3 to 5 per box. So, being able to, just to expand my point, yeah, you get like 5 pineapples per row. Melons, you get 5, watermelon 4, the other melons you can get as much as 10. Pumpkins alone by themselves just get 2 per slot, and it's 2 per box, so every single box fills up just 1 slot of item. There are people that'll come through and they'll buy like 6 or 7 pumpkins, which is 3 boxes. You can go from having a surplus of it to having none of it in a matter of seconds. So it's just anarchy incarnate. I just don't think it really was, like, I understand the reality of it, because pumpkins are large, unless you get the little, like, baby pumpkins. Even most grocery stores, like, yeah, we're just gonna put them outside, you go out and buy them there. Trying to run it as far as the inventory is, like, as close to reality, we would still have, like, you know, chill fridges and things of that nature, which, honestly, I'm happy they decided not to go with, as it would have been a headache to try and organize what a chill space would look like in this inventory room. I do not have it set up to accommodate such things. Normally I have it set up just to accommodate, you know, things are largely with other products or things of that nature where they would end up on the shelves together in that particular capacity. Like, I'm not trying to, you know, reinvent the wheel here. This is Supermarket Simulator. If it works, it works. I'm not really going to ask too many questions pertaining to it. Some french fries, grab some chicken. I need some more wipes, because I got none, actually, so I'll just grab 2 there. Soda is still rocking and rolling good. Sushi, there's $300 down the drain, because sushi is ungodly expensive in this game. Yogurt, probably some books while I'm thinking about it. There's only 1 there, they're out of there. You can read a book about electromagnetic fields while we have, you know, the adult beverage section right behind it or right next to it. I always think it's pretty interesting that you can, you know, read a children's literature book and get a little lit at the same time. 2 birds, 1 stone. Nothing else over here. Let's go off to this side. I think that should be fine for today. We'll worry about our inventory pertaining to tomorrow. Tomorrow's problems are tomorrow's problems, as they say. And the yogurt goes up here. Or another one would be why worry about today, what you can worry about tomorrow. Even though sometimes you definitely need to take a more proactive approach, like with sushi, because I almost always forget to order sushi. I think misordered that, or just even forgot its existence in general. Like 5, 6, maybe 7 episodes now. It's been a whole dilemma unto itself. Go ahead and grab chips. You're gonna go right on over to here. There we go. Nice and pretty light. Excuse me, everybody. Grab our milk 6-pack, which now that I'm looking at it actually looks like they've tried putting some kind of symbol on it, some kind of like logo, if you will. I haven't seen anything too crazy. Scoot over here. The toilet paper is right in here. Grab this box of the sugar that looks like it was about to spill over. Kind of looks like the new age kind of style of like the baby soft food, even though it's apparently supposed to be for sugar. Peanut butter. Let's go and bring it off into this corner here. And then honey will need more of my attention here shortly. In the meantime, we'll pay off that loan just so I don't have to make another $600 payment the next day, which means no matter what happens today, it's still going to count as a negative for sure. But that's not the end of the world. We're out of debt, and that's exactly where things need to be. As my foot slowly starts to fall asleep, because I just realized I've been sitting on it for the last, 20 minutes or so. So that's pretty crazy. My apologies, everybody. Got one more day worth of content coming your way. One more day worth of content coming your way. We have right there, this is the shampoo. I don't know why I have the shampoo organized to where it's by the toilet paper. That doesn't really check out mentally, but, not everything we do here has to make perfect sense. Our clementines, gonna go up top in the top right corner. Very good to see, good to have. Everyone's in a nice position. Looks like we have about a dozen or so customers left to check out. So we might get lucky and end up around the 4K before we pay our staff, so they get us back down to 2,900 bucks to play with for the final day on. And as always, if that doesn't go up there, if you made it this far in the video, hey, consider hitting that like button, and also maybe potentially even the subscribe button if you love the content, as both are free and just helps you find the videos later on and much easier to manage, as it'll suggest it for you in the future. And now let's go ahead. This book needs to go back in the back corner here, as we just took care of YouTube's lovely algorithm search, makes them nice and appeased. Alright, over here. Ooh, pardon me. And we have more toilet paper right there. And I might actually be able to put away all of day 2's inventory, which is pretty rare, before the last customer checks out, because there's one more lady in there. I think a manager is helping her right now, so we'll be good to go at that moment in time. And there's that gentleman. Oh, there's 3 more people. I'll grab some inventory while I'm waiting. This pineapple, people seem to be buying a lot of artichokes in a good spot. I can't keep clementine on the shelf to save my life, and somehow papaya is an insane price point. Like, so obscurely priced, it just doesn't make sense. For 1 box of papayas, it's like $130. How or why, I don't know. It's like there's just a scarcity of papaya in this game, somehow, some way, that we just ran out of inventory there. That's gonna be expensive. Then more ground beef. Everybody's good here. I think the last customer has in fact checked out. So let's go ahead and head on to day 3. Someone couldn't find something. One short lost $1,000 on the day. So far we've lost $19,000 just being open. Store's open though. Got items ready to go. Got some price adjustments to make as top of paying our daily bills of like $600. We don't have any loans because I just paid that off. That's right. Swing right through here. This went down $5.10. It's already at $5. Perfect pricing. This went up. It's $4.99. We'll just make it $4.85. That's absolutely fine with me because we don't have cashiers, or I don't have to cashier. We don't have to worry about dealing with change, so pennies are now fine with me. This went down 89 cents, $3.49. That needs to come down a lot. Make it $3.40. Nothing here. Let's go ahead and go back through inventory-wise what I could potentially need, and probably guess wrong on all cylinders because that just checks out. Coffee, we got tea, chips. We're out of mashed potatoes. We need more rice. We have sugar cane, so that's good. Toilet paper, need 3 of those on the bidet style. 2 of the detergents. I need a thing of bleach and another thing. Oh, I need 2 different things of bleach. I need the large one and the medium size. I need more of the cleaner, and I need more of the clean dishwasher tablets. Well, apparently I'm out of green beans too. Or I was out of green beans. Green beans here. I already bought those. Those are good. Bought more of these. We're fine. Grab more Etron for our green cheese because we're gonna need that. I already bought those. I already bought the one next to it, but not this one. I didn't buy you, which is the pulp soda. Might as well buy 2 apple juice because it's $10 a thing of apple juice. It's not really gonna hurt having it. And we're gonna grab extras of that. I know I did not buy any more books for the mother and child because I always make the same lame joke every single time pertaining to that book, so I will refrain on this go around. And then extra Malones, which in Elvish means friend. So that's a fun little adage to it. Excuse me, everybody. When I bring this pair, so now that we have a pair of pears hanging out, and there's now a dirty spot that just appeared out of nowhere. Excuse me, everyone. We're gonna bring our coffee, which is our light roast of coffee. Goes up on the top shelf because now we have it sorted from light to medium to dark in terms of our roast. There's our throne cream cheese. Let's go ahead and bring that right there. 16 per box. I think that's fantastic as far as inventory is concerned. Apple juice goes all the way in the back, right under the orange juice, because in my opinion, orange juice is better than apple juice. You can come at me in the comment section if you wish. That gentleman was just hitting the head, and now we have rice. Basmati rice, one of the originals from back when the store was first founded. Who knows even how long ago. This series has been going since... I can't even remember how many months ago since this series has officially began, but it has been a fun time throughout. All the items are just hanging on by a thread here, defining some level of gravity and physics in only so many ways. Now ground beef goes there. Excuse me, everyone. As we go through here, see that some of the items finally fell, including our grapefruit. Grapefruit, right there. I bought more, I don't think I bought more pumpkins. There we go, just gotta be sure. And then I bought more pineapples, but they never seem to continue to make it to this shelf. They always end up being just grabbed, put directly on the shelf, and that is it. So if I just buy extras, I can kind of skip that. And it looks like we're out of clementines again. How does that keep even on happening? It's like I just feel like I bought those again. Every single day. More and more clementines. I'll just buy 3. That should stop us from running out of that particular item for now. And this book, which has a lovely children's illustration of a rainbow, somehow talking about electromagnetism and how it works. So I guess through terrible artwork, you're going to learn how, our world works. Bring on over the pumpkin box, back to the corner. Very nice. Our guys are hustling and bustling, and it is already almost 5:30 in-game. Where did the time go? It felt like I just opened the store maybe 10 seconds ago, and now it is already getting dark. I'll turn the store lights on after I put this jar of honey away, which is 100% pure Aussie honey. So it's from Australia. So I'll just refrain from making those stereotypical jokes. There's the there, good here, clean. Man, the store is bustling. It is full. And it's not even 9 o'clock yet, which seems to be the highest level of impact in terms of customer volume. It's like most people are like, a minute it hits 9, you want to close. You actually want to stay open past 9, but you need to make sure your inventory is over the top done, so that you can ensure to make as much money as possible, because obviously if you don't have that item that they wanted to purchase, not only does it dock your points, but you miss out on that, potential money value that you could have added on. This thing of apple juice, let's go ahead, excuse me, I'm going to run it all the way up there. There we go. We have one thing of orange juice, so we'll add that. Everything else, I have at least a box of it somewhere, so we should... Do I have that tomato? I can't remember the last time I bought tomatoes or watermelons, so... And then, of course, they offer me a deal at the end of the day. I do not need 7 things of prosciutto. I do not have room for 7 boxes of prosciutto. There's just no way my inventory could accommodate. The most, I think, as far as prosciutto is concerned, I'd be able to get is, let's see, probably 4 deep per, so you add 7 on top of the 2 I had would be 9, so yeah, I couldn't accommodate it. I would have had to redo the whole store's makeup just to save $50, which in terms of the additions, add-ons, all that stuff, wouldn't have checked out. Would have been a significant waste of not only my time, but your time. So, happy we didn't bother with it. Orange juice down back up top where she belongs. And it is 9 o'clock, so if we're out of anything, well, we're just out of something. Nothing we can really do. It's been 3 days of in-game content. So far, we've only missed 1 item in 3 days. And considering we started the day with $25 at the beginning of the episode, I'd say we're doing pretty dang good. we were able to make the most of everything and let the dollar spread about as far as it possibly could. So it was, doing overtime and came up just absolutely aces. Excuse me, pardon me, I'm going to grab this light roast of coffee. Light roast goes all the way over here, and I'm out of medium roast. Well, is what it is. We're out of coffee, we're out of coffee. Nothing we can do. Apple juice, let's go ahead and bring you over here. Boom. Now I've got 48 things of apple juice, which should be enough to redo all the inventory on that. And then we have the pulp soda goes here, which I think is supposed to be like the version of Fanta, which is always got a really interesting history. There we go, behind it. So if you ever wanted to see what weird history items there is, look up how Fanta was originally created and why it was created on Google. Very interesting history behind it, and still, a good tasting soda to this day. But fun little fact there and little blurb for you to go ahead and research on at your leisure. Let's go ahead and bring the pineapples right here. There you go. Finally found a spot on the shelf for you. Who knows how much longer later. Then we have our wine bottle of Chabon, which goes right here. We're out of the vodka, so that's going to be a problem. I'm sure that's going to be the item people like you're missing out on, because usually it is the really, really expensive beverages that come back to bite me, as well as sushi, because sushi is, for one box, I think it's like $145 per. So 2 boxes of that was, we're hurting. Maybe it's $190. I don't even remember. Let me look that up now. I'm just curious for my own sake. I'll try this one. This is the one that I normally forget. Yeah, $150 per box. That's why in my head it was over 300 something. And now we'll just remove that because I don't want to have to accidentally purchase that and then not be able to afford, an actual necessity moving forward. Got a couple people left. Grab this brown sugar and it goes right there. Directly under all the other sugars, we have a whole shelf dedicated to our different kinds of sugars. There's our grapefruit tomato. It's not a grapefruit tomato, it's just a Ramona tomato? I don't even remember. You can definitely tell that near the end of this episode, my brain has just hit that wall and it's absolutely trying to formulate any kind of sentence it possibly can, but for some reason just nope, can't, won't, shouldn't, can't. We'll think about it, but we'll get back to you when a coherent thought, crosses the dashboard of the brain. But right now, nope, we have flatlined. Completely out of it. There we go. Yogurt up top. Everyone's good in this regard. We're out of carrots now, but I think that should be fine. It's not usually an item that people are going absolutely crazy over. We have soda. It goes right here, because that's just a regular cola. We have this gentleman shopping and this gentleman shopping, and that'll be it. We won't be able to get all the inventory put away by the end of the episode, but that's fine. A little post-work episode is definitely not in the end of the world, because I'll have to get everything restocked. $228 for him, and that, as I say, is that. I've been Brent for Geek Variants. Surprisingly, we only missed 2 items in all, and I'll see you in the next episode.